We got lots of choices. We have the Carl's Jr., we have the Arby's.
And the Carl's Jr.
And the Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
And the Arby's.
And then there's always the Carl's Jr.
Right.
Or if you really want to get bold with it, you can go to Costco and get yourself a fucking
Just have a hot dog.
Here's-
Hot dog and a Coke.
yeah for $1.20.
Buck and a half.
Yeah,
Will I get indigestion today?
yeah.
Signs point to yes.
Am I gonna pee out the old butteroony? Shit. Check. 1, 2. Conversational speech. 1, 2.
Yeah. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Are we webcasting? Are we live to the YouTube link?
Yeah, we should be. Do you want? Let's verify that though. I'm gonna open up my phone and check that.
We are live.
I'll pull an old Evolve maneuver where I had my phone. Did that one video that I did live with Evolve? Did you see that one with Tim? It was the super destination video.
I saw part of it,
the
but you had the
5.1
phone in your
video?
pocket?
I had my phone off to the side, and I was checking the stream before we went live, and I forgot to hang up. And so
When you went live?
Yeah, when it went live, I started getting the
Hearing yourself?
music, and I was like, oh shit! And so I ran off screen, and then ran back, and I was like, we were live, right? And so I was. I'm a dumbass.
Can I get one at a time? So.
Okay. Primary 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Conversational. Hey guys.
And begin. Tree falls in the middle of the road over the Palisades Parkway.
It's a beautiful day here in Sacramento, California, where the skies are blue and the trees are gray.
And the chickens run scared.
Yes.
All right. Do we have a caller?
Caller on line 1.
Actually,
Go ahead, caller.
That's a good question, though. Did he log in yet? That's a valid
I
question.
don't know.
You would see Gus.
Oh, Gus.
Yeah.
All right. The one you.
Okay. That's a valid question. You would see Gus.
Wow, there's some big delay there. Make sure if I say the F word that we can bleep that sucker out.
We can do instant replay and take it out.
Make sure if I say the F word.
Yeah.
You're going to have to kill the audio, Vince.
What do you mean?
I'm listening to myself.
Are you having like a fucking existential crisis over here, dude? Get the fuck out of here. Get used to it.
I can hear myself in the future.
I'm
I
kidding.
can.
I hella hate that too. It's super terrible. What I hate is looking at myself.
I'm okay looking at myself, except when I pan down and I could see that they've obviously added about 10 cameras because each camera's adding 10 pounds.
I told my sister once to her face, I said, the camera doesn't lie. You're just fucking big.
Nice.
She started crying.
Aw.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I love you. You know, like, she was pregnant and shit.
Oh, you don't do that to a pregnant woman. That's just mean.
She's huge, dude. She's huge.
Twins.
Just glowing. You would think, God damn, the way her cankles blew up. It's crazy. Crazy. We're expecting. The family is expecting a brand new baby boy. Probably the 14th of this month, maybe.
Oh, wow.
They're going to at most induce labor on the 14th.
Well, my brother was born on the 14th, so may I make a suggestion?
What you got?
13th or the 15th?
Just so it doesn't have to share with you.
With the devil incarnate. So just
Funny enough, her mother was born, or sorry, his mother, the father's mother, was born on the 14th, which is kind of.
Oh,
And now
okay.
she passed.
Oh.
So they're like, okay, well, hopefully it lands on that day. Worst case scenario, if it comes before, cool. If he comes before, cool. But if it doesn't, then 14th it is.
yeah. Well, they could push it a few days and be born on the best day of the calendar year, the 17th.
That's your birthday.
That's be my birthday. Yeah.
Well, how far off are you and your brother? Years?
So they brought they brought Dan home on my first birthday.
Okay.
We're literally what they call Irish twins.
Wow. Were you pissed?
Yes, worst birthday present I've ever received. No, apparently as soon as the doctors
Keelan's
gave
Irish,
my
right?
mom the go-ahead to have carnal relations,
Yeah.
my dad was just right there.
At the door. He was like ready at the door. So is that true, the Irish twins thing?
Irish twins is if you have
within the same calendar.
Yeah.
Basically in the same year would be really Irish twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the same year.
Anything within a year is pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got it in there 362 days.
Nice. Yeah. Keelan is actually from Ireland.
Yeah.
I'm from Derry City, Northern Ireland.
His accent comes and goes though. It's really
Yeah, when we
fucking
start
weird.
talking about it, everybody comes right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just booked 2 weeks at home over Christmas. We're gonna
That's
go-
weird.
My whole family's never been together in one place ever.
Wow.
My sister has kids. I moved here 11 years ago. I had kids.
Yeah.
My sister had kids. We've never all been in the same place.
So you booked the whole family trip?
Booked the whole family.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Wow.
lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, because my parents weren't able to come for the past 2 years.
And you grew up in Northern Ireland?
Yeah.
Were you growing up during all of that strife?
That's why I'm here.
Or wait, so are you like officially like a refugee? Refugee?
I grew up in the struggle and I was like, I want to.
Is it still? I thought it calmed down quite a bit.
It's not right. Yeah. It's still pretty rough, but not like it was in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Catholics and Protestants
What do you got,
used to
buddy?
fight, now it's the
What are you
Protestants.
huffing on?
And then the Catholics used to fight the
This
police,
production
now
or
the
your
Protestants
shit?
fight the police.
Gus,
What do you bail?
hang on one
Huh.
sec. He's on the VMix call.
Gus is on the VMix call.
Which people's calls?
Well, that's the one we sent him yesterday.
Yeah,
right?
I sent him a link yesterday, and it should be call from Gus or call.
Yes, there he is. Hold on.
Okay.
That's the camera turned on. Okay. Oh, there it is. Sorry. See him?
Hey Gus, can you hear us?
Just talking?
Well, we don't hear him in the speaker.
He gave us the thumbs up, which is great. His video looks fantastic. Hey, he's killing
Wow.
it.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
I can barely hear him.
He can hear us. Yes, he can hear us, but we can. We're
See any levels coming from him?
Gus, we don't see any levels coming from you.
No levels.
I have no love.
He's even got 3-point lighting going, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-point lighting. It's a good 2-point though.
Yeah, he needs to fix his mic.
2-point. He said 2-point. Guess we're having a little issue with your mic. Can you check on the settings? Guess we're having a little issue with your mic. Can you check on the settings? Oh,
I'm
shit.
hearing him repeating over and over and over again. That's cool.
Oh, we lost our program monitor here too.
True.
Do we have another monitor in the building?
We got plenty of monitors. I guess that was the only one with a stand.
The stand and a power supply readily available.
I was just going to say, I mean,
It's just going to make things harder. Don't worry about it.
Look, I'll throw the goddamn thing in a dumpster on you guys. Like, I don't care. You want another monitor? I'll get you another one.
I'm sure we can find a Best Buy around here.
So can you tell him that I see a level but no volume?
You see levels bouncing?
I see a remnant of a level but nothing substantial.
Okay.
Minus 90 dB.
So it looks like, Gus, it looks like we see a very low level, but
Can I call him?
He's in Germany.
Oh.
you got an international plan on that thing? Okay.
Don't want to call him.
Hey, Hey, Gus. Can we Teams call him?
We can send him a Teams invite. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me send him a. Gus, I'm gonna send you a Teams invite, bud.
You have his email. Do it from here.
Okay.
Well, you guys mess around there. I'll go get a quick cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Teams meeting.
Please be expeditious, though.
Of course. I'll be right back. However long it takes for the coffee machine to brew me my latte.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you in an hour.
Well, that's why you need to have craft services. You know?
Sorry, bud. I know this doesn't live up to your expectations.
It doesn't, man. I got my SAG card.
You know, you could very easily text Audrey and have her do it.
I could, but you won't.
No,
Nah.
do it not. Nicole, I can hear you. That's great. That's fantastic.
Hey, so we can hear you there.
Hear me there. So I am actually trying to put a kind of headset here from the iPhone, and it's plugged directly to my computer now. Whatever works for you works for me as well.
Yeah, we just, when you were dialing into the vMix bridge, we just didn't get any audio from you. I'm sure you
Yeah,
enabled
so,
the permissions, but
I see no configurations here for me. I see absolutely no configurations here, no possibility for me to configure anything on the vMix call.
Hey Gus, this is Keelan. I'm the technician.
Hi, Keelan.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, man.
So, are you using Google Chrome?
Yes.
On the top right next to the address bar, there's a little plugin permissions button. Can you make sure that your audio and video permissions are granted? Right next to the address bar at the end.
Yeah, continue allowing vMix to access your camera.
Kids
Here
good?
are the settings then.
Allow.
But,
Your kids good?
let
Sick.
me, it was
Rona
allowed,
style?
but then
Huh?
now I found here that.
no, it's not.
Okay, good.
To make sure
Yeah,
that
she had her
that device
tested.
is on the right device that you're inputting.
Correct. Hold on. Reset permissions. Check if you can hear me better now.
You might have to hang up the Teams call.
Disconnected from the call.
Now I think I figured out. Okay, I'll disconnect from the
Yeah,
Teams.
you're disconnected.
I'll restart Google Chrome here.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
Was she safe? She's okay?
Yeah. So she's
Why didn't you fucking
was-
say something, man?
what? My kid?
Yeah. You know.
It's probably flu or something. So
What, you want to go home, dude?
no.
Okay.
Then, setting on replies, call can go. A little level, tiny.
Tiny levels.
I am so damn hungry, dude.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Now I see an audio level, but like
Stay.
minus 90, they're not coming through.
Yeah, it's just noise.
Noise floor.
Right.
Oh, he's resetting it now. Okay.
Keep time in for
Well, let his computer reboot.
Yeah, he's rebooted. Worst case scenario, though, I guess we could do the Teams NDI thing.
worst case scenario.
Don't.
I would just do SDI. Take it from, it would be better
SDI from what?
from another source, a laptop. You have them call in Teams.
Gotcha. And then just pull the Teams call from the laptop? Okay. Using a HDMI out to a decimator?
We have to input this mixer to that laptop.
God damn it, that would be a nightmare. I'm okay with that. Let's just do vMix. We do have an audio patch and an extra XLR if that happens, if that needs to happen, but I'd rather not. He's back.
I wonder how much vMix could be bought for.
They must be worth a lot of money now. No one heard of them before the pandemic.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Well,
Their value is temporary.
they're the easiest company to use free.
Yeah, well, that's the question, is if there's value there, right? Because if your product's free,
Well, it's free. The free version is limited also, right? There's only so many callers.
No, limited's full, yeah.
Oh, they changed it, huh?
All the calls.
Super Pro version.
When that's over, you change your computer name and you get a new email address.
for another 60 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So
because
that's why they're not worth anything.
yeah. But if you were a savvy company based in Belgium that had some cash flow available, you could buy a company like that and then add that functionality to, say, something like that, and build the
Fucking killer.
super box.
Yeah.
It's an Australian company.
See?
Decimator's Australian, Black Magic's Australian, vMix is Australian.
Bird dog.
Those prisoners turn out pretty good products.
Well, former prisoners, former.
I know. I tell you that story. I asked somebody that one time, and they like flipped out on me.
Oh, they got mad.
Hey, we got audio.
Hey, I'm actually calling from the cell phone while my computer reboots, if you can hear me.
You know,
Ken?
funny enough, this happened the other day too, right? Didn't it?
Yeah.
We couldn't get audio coming in.
Choppy.
Oh, there he goes. He's choppy. Do you want to take that? You want to
It's probably very choppy because
I all know what's
I
happening.
was just trying to see if I can use this as a backup while my computer is rebooting here.
Unless you want metal.
Right.
What's going on?
He's gone.
I think he said he was going to do something, and then. Hey, there he is. Now, no audio. All right, back to the phone, Gus. Bart's over here bored as shit.
Okay. So want to go through some of this?
Yeah, let's do it.
My eyes are shot. I can't read any of that. Seriously.
Yeah.
There we go. So regional sales. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Events.
Still no audio, Mr. Gus.
I could remotely assist him if he likes.
Got nothing.
Yeah, he's got nothing. Nope, no audio.
So obviously he can hear us. It's just the microphone permission, probably.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Yeah. So I'm wondering.
There he is.
Hey, there he is.
My God, really.
What was that about? What happened? What'd you click?
If I tell you, you will not be happy. No,
He had his mute
it's
on.
no. I will no. I will tell you just because we are from the industry. There is this thing called VB audio cable, which is like a Dante via primitive, and it was running on the background. And because this is Windows, and Windows allow things to be running in the background, even if you don't see them, that was the input. Anyway, let's carry
Understand.
on. I'm so
Okay.
sorry for the delay.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot easier. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, look, we're all here. That's great. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So to kick this off, first off, I got to apologize for not showing up last Friday. I was super busy with a bunch of other things. I really apologize for stiffing you. All right. So for the thing today, what we're going to do is we're at the start or pre-start. We're going to do 10 to 15 minute loop of a little PDS 4K video. Of course, during all of this, you'll just be kind of standing by watching the feed. We're going to go into a 1 minute, and this is for the benefit of everybody, not just you guys, of course. Sorry. So we're
Okay.
going to do a 15 seconds before kickoff countdown, which will stop the video loop and show a PDS on the blue background up there on the deal, and then we'll go live. We'll go start a broadcast, right? So I'll come on. I'll welcome everybody. Thank everybody for joining the PDS 4K webinar, and we'll dive into the launch of the new audio optional audio card. I don't know. We might want to
Where does it say that?
under Vincent, it's new option audio card. Optional. Just tickles my brain if we don't. So one of the things I'm going to cover, we're going to do the introductions, right? So we'll cut to a wide shot. We'll bounce back and forth between a wide and a close-up for everybody as we introduce them.
Okay.
So I'll go through Scott Gershik, who's our product owner, Chris Prozio, who's a regional sales Americas, and then John Steinhauer, who's our vice president of entertainment sales. And then we've also got a special guest coming in remotely, who's going to be Augusto. How do you say your last name?
Gus Marcondes.
Marcondes, Gus Marcondes. We've got
Gus Marcondes, that would be
Gus
fine.
Marcondes joining us remotely, and then we're going to have a very special video from one of our customers, Drew Poley, who we got together with and asked some questions before the broadcast this morning. So we're going to go ahead and we'll cut to that when we get to it.
Okay.
So again, we have Gus joining us. John also giving his own version. Okay. Then we're going to cut to John after I do the introductions. We're going to John. He's going to do his own introduction, and he's going to talk for just a second. He's going to welcome everybody, partners, operators. John's our VP of North American Sales, so he's kind of like our star. Yeah, he's our quarterback here. So before we start the discussion, important note during the webcast: all live attendees have a chance to win one of 3 free audio cards. To participate, you need to give 3 correct answers on our very difficult quiz with 3 extremely thought out questions.
Oh, we still need that.
What
third
color
question.
is the card?
Yeah,
What color is the card?
exactly. They're very simple questions, like almost comically simple. And I'm even going to play that up as a joke. It's written in the script. That's my comic relief part. You'll find the link to the quiz in the description of the video, and it will be posted in the chat too. I'm actually going to carry notes through all of this because this is going to be a lot to deal with. So let me explain the agenda and the purpose of the webcast. Scott, he's going to do a demo, and he's going to demo the audio card. That's going to be pretty awesome. Gus is going to explain the benefits of using the Dante protocol. John and Chris are going to guide us through some main use case applications for the product, and then our video Drew that we met up with earlier, he's going to talk about how he's a fan of the product and likes to see it fit in his daily, how he likes to use it in his daily operations. During that, what's going to be a wide shot for the most part, pickups wherever you can, if you want to cut to the PDS at any point, you're more than welcome to. You're kind of the camera director here, Bart, so have at it, right? Okay, so Scott, tell us a little bit more about the PDS 4K and like what we're bringing with this audio card.
And what we're bringing with the audio card?
The features we're bringing to the table with
Okay.
the audio card.
All right, so we want to talk about that all at once, or we want to do, here's PDS 4K, and then here's the audio card.
No video. Thank you though. Yeah, sorry. This is just a box.
Okay.
All right. So tell us about the PDS 4K. Just overview.
PDS 4K is a professional digital switcher that allows for any of your digital content to be routed to any of two 4K 60 screens with 2 copies.
Awesome.
I don't know. I got to think on that.
That's okay. No, that's great. So, okay. So PDS 4K gives you the any of your inputs to any of your outputs. You get what, 2 layers per output, or we get 2 layers per output. We also have multiple types of I/O. Right. We have HDMI. We have HDSDI. We have
HDMI 12G.
Oh, yeah. HDSDI 12G,
Yeah.
or also known as 12G SDI, because
Yeah.
HDSDI is
Okay.
1.5G.
But I think it's important to point out it's 12G.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so we got 12G SDI, we've got DP 1.2, we've got HDMI. Sorry.
So let me take this off. So there's 2 models.
Okay.
There's one that's HDMI only, and then we have one that has HDMI and 2 12G SDI inputs and SDI outputs as well. Everything is 4K 60 capable. So if we have a picture of the front panel right there, right? You can see there's a total of 10 inputs possible. The second 2 inputs come when we add our option card, and those 2 final inputs are DisplayPort 1.2, so also 4K 60 capable.
Okay, awesome. And we could choose between any of those at any given time, like without having to adjust capacity. Those are all active all the time, right?
Always active all the time. The only time that we don't want 4K 60 is when we're changed to a different mode that we can offer.
Okay.
And that's where we kind of limit the input and output capability to 4K at 30 maximum. But you have the capability to have 10 inputs to 4 discrete outputs.
Okay. 4K 30 and below, so we could even pull off 1080p. We
Absolutely.
could do dual link, anything dual link basically.
Right.
Dual link-ish.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. That's great. So we also want to talk about the setup, right? So part of the PDS is not just about the ins and outs, it's also about the actual ease of use, right? So when we drop it down, we turn it on, how hard is it to set up, really?
This is designed with simplicity and ease of use in mind. So as soon as you set up the box as soon as you factory reset, what it does is it talks to the connected displays, looks at what their EDID is set at, finds out which one is the highest, assigns that EDID to all the inputs. So everything looks as good as it can as soon as it hits the screen.
Nice.
So it's a bit of auto magic, as we call it. It automatically sets up itself. You do factory reset, everything's plugged in, and as soon as you finish booting up, your first input is sent to the outputs.
Very nice. So would you say that it lives up to the code name PDS pretty darn simple?
I think that's what we had going for it, yes. So
Awesome.
it was architected with simplicity in mind.
Sure. Now, not only does it carry the simplistic nature, right, where you just press the buttons on the front, but we can also hook it up to a VentMaster toolset, right? You want to share a little bit about that?
So this was also architected to be able to run with a VentMaster toolset and be sort of a part of the VentMaster family. It's got that power in it. It's still got the Athena scaling, the 12-bit 444 processing.
422.
Well, it's 442, but
Okay.
so, okay, 12-bit process.
Okay, I'm with that. Okay.
Everything's processed 12-bit. The only difference between the PDS and like an S3 It's got dedicated scalers for the outputs. There's no assignments necessary. You either get a full screen mix or you can do 2 single pips
Okay. And that's once you,
with a
of
still
course,
background.
once you add Event Master toolset to the mix, you can actually start really tooling down. You can get your pips. You could split your pips. You can do, you could really
You can
start.
add borders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Now, I know the questions. I know the answers to all these questions, but I'm gonna run it through these like we're interviewing you, right?
Sure.
So one of the cool things that I found about PDS and Event Master is the mappable front buttons, right? So theoretically, could we potentially build everything in Event Master toolset and then map all the buttons down and then just deploy the unit without having Event Master toolset, but still get that awesome functionality that we would have had with toolset?
Actually, yes, everything is accessible from the front panel except for making your pips. So if you do need to do pips, you do have to break out the tool set, get your pips designed, and then create your presets. But once that's done, you just put the front panel into presets and cues mode.
Okay.
And as soon as your box gets into that mode, it auto maps the presets and cues to the first 20 that are available, and they're all set up for you. All you have to do is press the button and hit your take, and you're good to go.
Very nice. I do love the cue thing that we added. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Like, it's not just presets; it's cues too.
Yes.
So that even leads into the next part. This does external device control. This does everything that an
does.
Event Master processor does.
Everything that Event Master Processor, it has a built-in 4K multi-viewer with your 4 layouts.
Wow.
And those are also accessible from the front panel. We do give you some that are built in, and all you have to do is go into the front panel and choose, okay, I want layout 2 to see all my inputs and my programs, and
Okay.
et cetera.
Awesome. Okay, we went through all that. That's great. Okay, but let's talk about the new audio card that's coming out.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So, here, should I have the prop?
Oh yeah, you have a prop for that. That's awesome. Definitely want to try and push on this one a little bit wide, a little bit tighter when we pull out the prop if you can. Otherwise, do you think it would be beneficial to go straight to the GoPro? We can put the GoPro up there and have them show that off.
Yeah, I mean, let's, we could like kind of figure out our
You want to lean over there and try that?
staging there, I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
How cool is that?
That's kind of sexy.
That's a pretty,
Yeah,
I mean, you got all this dead, you're looking at a remote, right? So
well, where I think that's all gonna be gone.
turn the,
Yeah,
and then I can cut the full screen. when you do
We'll
that.
just want to make sure, like Bart, to your point, we'll just make sure we clear out all of the background stuff
good call, good call. Yeah, we'll
when we're done tonight.
scrub the set, scrub the set.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so tell us about slap it right up there, man. Just leave it right there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so
What about if it stays down? It's not so bad.
we can even, I'll throw a shim under there.
Or we could use a puck.
That'd be cool.
Little product placement.
Little product placement. Okay, great. Okay, so the Dante audio card. Now explain to us, in case we've been living under a rock. I'm not going to say that, but explain to us about this audio card. What's it bring?
So again, this card is also about simplicity. Remove the front panel, insert the card, pop it onto the interposers on the motherboard, and what this card brings you, it brings you 2 DisplayPort 1.2 inputs, as well as audio processing. So what the audio processing does is allows any connector to be able to have their audio embedded through the system from input to output, and also it can disembed to Dante Audio Network. Additionally, we can take any transmitter that's on the Dante Audio Network and assign it to any of the program outputs. So you can take any mix from Dante capable mixer or anything else on the Dante network and route those in Dante controller to hit the program outputs on your PDS 4K.
Awesome. Okay, that's great. So let's talk about really quickly the upgrade path for that. What's the upgrade path for existing users?
Well, if you've already got a PDS 4K and you want to buy the option card, you just contact your local sales rep. He can get you dialed in and get an audio card for you. There is a modification that has to be done. And so if you're comfortable with that, you can do it yourself, or you can send that in to one of our service centers and get the cooling upgrade done. Because once you have the card in there, we want to make sure that everything stays cool and quiet. So that was also one of the big design features, is keeping this box nice and quiet so it can run in any environment and stay quiet.
Awesome. Okay. Great. Good to know. All right. So one final question for you.
Yes.
Image Pro 2 with the audio option card, we used to have analog audio on it.
Right.
And AES.
Yes.
Now we've kind of moved away from that. We just went with the Dante solution, so we're 100% digital now.
Yes.
What do you think the benefits of going digital are?
Well, again, it's super simple.
Okay.
You don't have to deal with all sorts of adapters. You don't have to worry about picking up a ground hum. You don't have to worry about running multiples XLRs, or hit a snake to go to your front of house mixer if you're running a small breakout room. So it's one cable. You put it on the network, and everything else in meetings these days is pretty much Dante capable. So as long as you have your PDS 4K with Dante card and some other Dante enabled device, you're going to have a Dante network.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that's actually really great points you brought up there. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ask Gus the same question. So Gus, are you with us? You're live, right? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, thank you. Welcome. So real quick, this is Gus. He's from Audinate, who makes Dante and deployed it and everything. And we brought him along just to kind of talk about, really talk about the Dante side of it. So Gus, why do you think that people have adopted your Dante as the actual industry standard now? I mean, it's everywhere. We see it on every set, every audio setup that's gone digital, all Dante. Everybody loves it. So why do you think that's the case?
First of all, I'm proud that you are stating that, so it doesn't sound like a commercial pitch. But I think that the three. Tell me.
Oh, it's a terrible joke.
Go on.
Carry on.
I think that the three main features are the ease of use, the plug-and-play experience, and most of all, the huge, vast ecosystem that now we have. So adopting Dante for Barco was the right move, because now end users can experience Barco in the Dante ecosystem, everything automatically synchronized, automatically discovered. You don't need to be an IT expert to step your first feet on the AVOIP revolution.
Awesome. Okay, but that leads me into my next question. Interestingly enough, you brought up IT. How does somebody get started using Dante? Like what equipment is needed? How much experience is needed? How much IT work do we have to invest into our technicians to actually deploy the Dante system?
I believe the first thing is to download Dante Controller, which is actually a free software from our website, audinate.com. Then naturally you will need to have one or more devices that are now Dante, for example, the PDS 4K, and maybe a small mixer with a bunch of microphones, maybe some PoE speakers that you might find also very handy and very useful, and a simple switch. There are so many different types of switches out there, and the good news is that Dante is standard. So it will work with any kind of switch, with any kind of cable as well, as long as they are, of course, a 1 gigabit pipe. So what you need to start using Dante is simply to download Dante Controller, connect everything to the first switch you find in front of you, and off you go.
Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so We love automatic. We love hearing that you plug it in, it works. Everybody loves to hear that. And this is one of those like super simple questions that I just want to knock out is in Dante Controller, can you share how to actually like split a signal into multiples? Like, how to get one in, multiple out so that I can send it to say, 5 or 6 Dante enabled devices in my room or something like that,
Cool. Now, offline here, I would like to ask you if you would like me to present something live or if a bunch of screenshots would suffice. I'm asking this because now that I am confident with the setup that I've put through, I've actually changed my background to try to fit the color scheme of your background. I could hook up OBS, bring tomorrow all my stuff here and do a quick live demo. If this is something that you would like me to do, I could prepare that for tomorrow, or I can pull up some screenshots and tell everything, or I can.
How long would the live demo take, Gus? Is it a 5-minute demo? Is it a 30-minute?
Oh, even less, 2-3 minute.
I always go live.
Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be great. Yeah.
Okay, let me then just make sure that what I'm promising here is effectively doable. So I will cut the camera now, and I'll just see if my OBS virtual camera is recognized by this Google stuff here. So I am trying to see if that's even possible,
Probably stop me from screaming too, so that's a good thing.
One thing while he's doing that, I might suggest we take that monitor and land it here because we're all looking at it and we're all looking off in a funny direction. If we sit here between the two monitor over here so that we're looking at the cameras as opposed to us.
That makes a lot of sense.
Advanced.vmix.call or vmixcall.com. You can share a screen on there.
He should be able to, it's on there. It's on the little thing at the bottom. It has a little screen share.
I think it's with advanced vmix call for that.
Huh.
I can't see the screen.
There's Gus.
Yeah. Gus is back.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm not sure my OBS virtual camera will be able to do what I'm trying to do here. So I heard somebody saying that I could potentially share my screen. I don't see any options here. I see an option, exactly. One option to hang off, one camera on and off, one mic mute or unmute, one thing that says if I want to see my preview image or not, a full screen option, and what seems to be like a chat option.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got our technicians working on it right now, Gus.
Sorry about that.
Give us 2 minutes.
I thought we could share. My bad. It's actually, what the fuck?
It's a replay.
Are you playing the video guy?
Advanced.
Oh, it is a replay.
vmixcall.com.
Gus, try advanced.vmixcall.com.
Use the same. Actually, I'll give them a different
New password incoming for that as well.
Okay.
Stand by.
How would that look? I mean, all kidding aside.
Test from
Okay, when you're ready for
Scott, but this is not the
Come on over.
password.
Thank you. Okay, ready for the password whenever you are?
I think that would be funny. As
Yeah,
Okay, 4787
thing to prop that thing up.
Right.
We literally put
4
the dongle
3
on top of
1
and
1
then we put it on top.
4 7.
That would be funny.
okay.
But I'm sure our
Thank you.
Barco brethren would.
Hey, it makes a great stand. And we found another use for your frickin'
Well, he's going to connect to the
dongles.
next one.
Puck.
Oh wait, he's lost audio.
Hey, Bart, do me a favor, switch over to the GoPro camera. Yeah, see,
See the puck.
that works. We're going to get another puck.
There's another one over there.
We can hear you.
Gus, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm sending my video, but I still see from the preview the frozen image of my other call.
Good call. Good call. He's Keelan's working on it. Sorry.
All right. Now I see there's a option here for toggle screen sharing. So let's just, oh, now I'm live here. I can see
There
my
you
feed.
go.
Okay, I'll just fire up Dante Controller. If I have no, my entire set is on the training. I'm actually in Germany this week, providing training, a very nice facility here for Harman.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. So,
Owned by Samsung.
hey, my friend, that
Careful.
is
It's a computer screen.
polemic.
I think we're rivals, aren't we?
Yeah.
Samsung?
Yeah, a little bit for
In
LED.
some markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
panels.
So now I guess you
Panels,
can
yeah.
you can see my Dante controller, whatever I'm tapping here, I'm typing. Yes, I
Yes.
can see that you can see that. Okay. And then on a very easy stop sharing, it comes back to my camera. Is that correct?
There it
Yes.
is.
All right.
Okay. So I think we
Looks
can
good.
do
I
that
like that.
easily.
You
Love
don't
it.
like the pipping? We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it. Okay, great.
How
Okay.
does this image here look? I mean, not the subject, the quality overall.
Other than the subject, it's just fine.
We're getting thumbs up from everybody, so we're looking good.
Is
Okay.
that
Okay.
actual drape or is that virtual drape?
Man, I am in a hotel room. So this is an actual curtain, and I've white balanced it to be kind of in the same color palette as your background.
I
So
love it. Yeah, you're looking 5 by 5, man.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to show us. So with the setup, you're just going to show us like some example of a multicast, right? And so.
yeah, what I was thinking, maybe let me just run through, is to make things even more interactive, I would show them that as soon as I plug something, this new product is immediately discovered and is immediately available. Sadly, I cannot have your product here, otherwise it would pop up PDS, 4K, etc. serial number, and it will pop up something like Bluetooth Avio adapter or any of our Avio adapters. I wouldn't like to lie and rename something to look like your product, even if it's not. So it's going to be a bunch of Avio adapters, if that's okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah.
with lying. 444.
I heard it.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so so I have a director's note, that says by multicast or by using multicast, it works like a WhatsApp group. So I'm gonna hit you with that as soon as you start talking about multicast. I'll chime in and be like, oh, it's like a WhatsApp group, right? And so.
Exactly. Yeah, those were the comments that we've brainstormed together with Evie and Scott the other day, and makes the whole multicast idea so simple, so tangible, and I think everybody likes the idea that you can have a little community of devices sharing the same thing.
Okay, perfect. So one of us will cover that, when we talk about multicast. Even if you want to take it upon yourself to do it, I think even in the script it says you're supposed to say something about it, but I'm happy to, I'll chime in if we miss it, we'll work with it. Okay, so then after you're done, once we finish up, we're going to talk back and forth. We might even pivot a little bit, and somebody from the panel may ask a question or two or something like that, make a comment. And then we'll say, I'll come back and I'll say, remember, folks, if you have any questions, fill them in, put them in the chat, and remember to fill in the questions of the quiz to have a chance to win the audio card. So we're just kind of revisiting that. So question to Chris and John. So thank you guys. Really appreciate you coming on. Thanks for showing us. Thanks for being a partner. Thanks for everything you do. But I'm going to pivot a little bit. We're going to go to Chris and John here. Okay. So Chris and John, now that we've seen the product demoed by Scott and heard about the capabilities of the Dante Audio by Gus, where do you see the main use case fits in the market solution?
Well, the natural use case is for a small event. Obviously, with 2 main outputs, you can drive out 2 screens, whether those be LED or projectors, and quickly switch between multiple inputs. It's, as we're saying, it's very simple, it's easy to use. A basic technician can make this go. And with the front panel being able to just make that do presets very quickly, you could just have any operator, including your presenter, go in and just punch through presets without getting into the deep menus of the box and screwing something up.
Awesome. Okay.
You know, secondary use would be house of worship. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Simple use, again, set the front panel up so that's just presets only. Any layperson can come up and they're just following the script and going presets down the line. Really, any place where you need simple switching, this could even replace some of our other products that we use for standards conversion, just based on the idea that, hey, if you need to go HDMI to a display port or something else, you don't always have to use an Image Pro. And people tend to use Image Pros as switchers, and this is a switcher, and this is actually less money than an Image Pro. So at the end of the day, this is a great box. This is a good tool for any inventory.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Great.
I probably will drop the Image Pro stuff.
Maybe so. Because it's not quite on the same.
Not quite on the same stuff, but I'm
Technical
using
level.
that because I can't sell an Image Pro, but I could sell one of these to the casino up in Reno.
Peppermill.
Yeah, no, SGR.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Golden.
Gold, yeah.
Yeah. Golden. Okay, John, can you explain why the lack of complexity and ease of use are so important in a product like the PDS 4K? Chris, can you take over for that?
Sure. I mean, it really comes down to ease of use. Simple, anyone can get in front of this thing and make it go from the beginning. The fact that you can just boot this thing up and automatically sets up the outputs, sets up the inputs, and puts input 1 to the first output, you're already there.
Yeah.
And then you can quickly start doing a basic show. You don't have to have that world of experience. What I find is actually the cool part about this is the fact that it does tie into the Event Master software. So as you want to get a little more tricky with this and utilize it for more of a main tent type presentation, you can. This is, for those of us with a little bit of gray in our beards, this is the closest thing to a 1604 that's been produced out of Sacramento since the 1604.
Sure.
It's an all-in-one box, not quite 16 inputs, but at the end of the day, it's simple, it's easy to use, and it'll give you 4 discrete outputs running at 1080p. Real simple for anyone to get in front of. Like I said before, this is a tool for the inventory that any production company can use.
Yeah, and I mean, it sounds like, and we're feeding a fed horse on this one.
Yeah.
Is that it's simple. I mean, that's the whole point. It's a very simple, high quality box. It's extremely inexpensive, that can be deployed anywhere into any solution and actually produce professional quality results. Nothing, our latency's low, right? Our latency's low. Our I/O is high, and it produces great video for simple folk. That.
There's a number of features on here that you're not going to get at a box that comes in. I got to get the MSRP at this. It comes in at less than $10,000.
Right.
The fact that this has 12G capability on it is huge.
Right. For sure. Agreed. Totally agree. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Chris and John. Appreciate your wisdom and insight. Okay. Chris.
Yes.
Question for Chris. You've heard, so the box has been out for going on about a year now.
In the best of times.
In the best of times. Yeah, absolute best time to launch a
The best time to
product.
launch a new product.
Yeah, exactly.
During a pandemic.
So we've heard a lot of folks are ready for this product, especially with the addition of the Dante audio card. How have you seen it received recently?
So, is Drew going to be ahead of or behind this?
Behind us, so he'll be next.
So we'll hear from one of the users now that has been prototyping this box for us and actually owns some in his inventory. But the people that I've shown this to, the people that own it, they love it. Everyone is surprised by the amount of power that you're able to get for a box at this price point, and the fact that it really does, to Scott's point, it is part of the Event Master family. It doesn't quite tie in as deeply as, say, an S3 and an E2, but it's not intended to. But you have all the power and the features that you have with the Event Master, or a good portion of them, right out of the gate, and people are just amazed by that functionality. So it's being well received. I think the fact that we released this during a pandemic didn't help, but as we're recovering through, this is one of the products that I see as being one of those fundamentals that people are going to add to their inventory quickly as we start to build out of the hole that was created in 2020.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I think to speak to that, just really quickly off the cuff here, we're going to see a lot of those build outs in studios like Drew's, who we're going to hear from very shortly here, where the Dante audio card and the Dante network in the studio, you know, in his hybrid studio, is, you know, really important.
Yep.
I mean, that's, you know, you're sharing audio around the building, on the set. You know, I think we're going to see a huge uptick in this.
Yeah.
Cool. So speaking of Drew and the customer, we had a chance to catch up with Drew a little earlier in the week, and we got to ask him some questions, and we ended up recording it. So we're actually just going to play that back now. So we'll cut to Drew. It'll be a little video playback.
About how long is that? Like
Probably
3 minutes?
3-4 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just we don't have it yet. So yeah,
So
don't worry
insert
about it.
here.
Insert here, placeholder for it. Okay, so with Drew. You know, no. I think, funny enough, as soon as Gus is done, Gus could probably bail from the call even. You know.
Well, he's going to hang around for Q&A.
Oh,
but
shit, I
we
forgot
don't
about
have
that.
him pipped in all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so Gus, we'll remove you from the PIP, but please hang out for the Q&A. And I got to mention that too when we're talking. I'll mention that you're going to hang out for the Q&A at the end. I got to tune that up actually. Sorry. Okay, so video playback from Drew, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I could imagine. So it's great to see our customers being so excited about our small venue presentation switcher and its audio capabilities. No, that's out of place, isn't it? We're coming back to Gus for some reason. After Drew.
I think the intention was to have Drew talk about what he does with audio.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I guess that maybe we drop this whole question completely. Or we just shift it. We shift it back into the Gus portion.
Do you agree it reduces complexity?
I say we just nix it.
That's
This
fine.
might be weird to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna nix this question. So then the next question is to John. John, how do you see? Or sorry, not how do you see? John, can you share anything about the pricing of the PDS 4K?
Mention pricing. 'Cause so he'll take the pricing question.
He's gonna take the price.
Then I'm going to spoon feed him. I'll get him the MSRP pricing.
Appreciate it.
Do we know, is the MSRP price the same dollars in euros or the conversion therein? So in other words, because this is going to go worldwide, I don't want to
Well-
piss on the Wheaties of Europe or Asia.
Just say
It's
USD.
supposed to convert. I mean, if you want to say, you know.
But if we
US
say
dollars.
it's if we round up, so I'm just throwing a number out because I haven't done the math, it's $14,000 fully loaded with the Dante card. It's close enough that we're not going to screw up what's going on in Europe or Asia.
I
right?
think it's like with the card, it's around 11.
Yeah. I was just pulling a number that was a little high.
But just say USD. Just say.
Yeah, all right, we'll just tell them
60,000 USD.
USD.
Yeah, MSRP.
I guess what my point is
Here
that
it is.
the Europeans aren't trying to get
No.
$12,000 or $14,000 USD equivalent in Europe. Everyone's at the same price, whatever that conversion factor
Yes.
is. Okay, that's fine.
So it's 9,200 USD, and then the MSRP for the additional card is 2070 USD.
I would do the math, and I would just have him say that fully loaded, this box
11.3.
is 11.3.
Right.
Okay.
And then, but as Scott had mentioned earlier, we have multiple options on this box. So the bottom end MSRP is
10.3.
10.3, right?
So
No,
yeah.
the one for just the HDMI only.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
with
like
the
8.
yeah, with the card would be that 10.3.
Yeah, so I would say
HDMI only would be like 82.
82. So that's how I'd have him say that. To say fully loaded as equipped here, and what we're demonstrating today is 11.3 or whatever. And however, you can get into the PDS with a base model for 8,200 or
yeah.
whatever it is,
That
and the
sounds
MSRP US dollar,
Okay. Okay. Cool.
because then it tells our story,
Yeah.
and we get that low number. That's really the key, is that because that's what everyone's going to fucking hear,
Right.
is the low number.
Yeah.
Sure. And then we're going to accentuate that by saying, hey, John, how does this stack up against our other products? As far as price goes, like where does it sit on the spectrum compared to, say, an E2 or an S3?
This is on the short bus as far as the spectrum.
The short bus.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fair.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the lowest price box that we
It
have.
is, and that's the point.
Right,
Is that this is the entry level box as far as complexity as well as price.
Price point.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thank you, John. Okay. So now we're going to go into the question part. So I'll just grab my laptop over here and I'll go. Okay. I'm going to check the chat, see if we have any questions. Oh look, there's the 3 questions that we had pre-staged. There's a question from John, or Jake, or whoever we name.
Jake at State Farm.
Yeah, Jake at State Farm, wearing all red again. And then we'll go through those 3 questions and any other questions that we see that are appropriate for broadcast on the chat. And then, okay, so Scott, this one comes back to you.
Great.
What is the roadmap for the product? Like, what's the future look like for the PDS 4K?
So the PDS 4K is it's still a little bit in its infancy, which means we have some more plans for it.
Okay.
So I will share that we are just now releasing this audio card. We intend to add more audio channel throughput. So instead of doing just 2 channels, we want to be able to open it up to 8 channels per input and output, going all the way through. There may be some additional enhancements to the multi-viewer coming.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
You're not going to give away all the secrets?
I can't give away all the secrets
Okay,
now.
okay.
But are these functionalities software-based or hardware-based?
Those functionalities will be software-based. The only thing hardware-based is this card, and we can open up software.
So are we safe to say that those will be software upgrades? Will they be free, or you anticipate them?
Hold on, Chief. We're going to fucking hijack
Okay.
my shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay.
So we don't intend to charge.
Well, that would be good
Do
to state.
licensing, yeah.
That'd
So-
be good to state.
So then, Scott, you would say that just like all of our other, I'm going to put words in your mouth here. So just like all the other products, would you say that we're going to continuously upgrade this thing, just like we do with everything else, right? Continuously improving, making new features, adding new features, some for free, maybe some not. You think
No.
we're gonna? What?
Well, I can't make a commitment that we're going to just keep updating stuff, right? Because
We may not be able to do that long term.
Right.
Okay.
But I would say that the software functionalities will be available on updates
Ooh,
in the
that's
future.
Okay.
Right.
May be available in the future, right?
Well, no,
we
will
say
be.
may.
I would
They
say
will be.
will,
Okay.
because I know that the Dante card upgrades are coming. That's something even Eric was discussing.
Right.
And then the other functionality that you were discussing, the multi-viewer, that's no offense to our fine software developers, it's just software.
Right.
It's just opening stuff up, so those will be available.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that.
It may not be available for a year, but it'll be available.
Anyway,
Sorry.
what do you got, guys?
No, I was just asking if we're going to take longer and maybe just have the chance to give this to you, Vince. If you could add to your script something like, "Oh, Gus, where can we learn more about Dante?" And then I can sell my fish at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'll tell you what. We have audience when we go into the audience questions. That could actually be one of the audience questions, like somebody asking, where they can learn Dante and where they can learn Event Master, right? And we can actually answer that as a audience question.
Yeah.
And well, that'll be one of our plans.
Good.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay. Evie, can you make a note of that, please? I know you're watching. Thank you.
And then just to see if you guys think that you're going to need me today any longer, maybe I can call out.
No, you can call out. Yeah, we're good to go, man. Thank you so much for
Okay.
joining us. The next part is just us saying goodbye and answering questions, and yeah.
That's
So-
fine. And maybe for the tech guys there, if you want me to do anything with the framing or with the audio, just let me know. And I will, of course, take this computer out of this position, but I set the room now, and nobody will disturb us here. Nobody will even clean the room
Right.
until tomorrow.
The
So
only
we
thing
know
I-
the lights are here. The
The only
curtains
thing
are
I
here.
would say, Gus, is I would move the lights a little further away. You're kind of blown out a little. Just move the
Okay,
lights
yeah,
further
that's-
away, and that's it. And then I would go on, like the headroom right now is perfect. I would go err on the side of more headroom than less, because I can fix
Okay.
it. But it looks good. It's perfect right there, except for the light is a little blown out on your left side, but that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, just a little further away would be perfect.
Look at that. He's got a knob. Gus is such a pro.
Yeah.
Oh
then
man,
do you-
we need to look.
Other way.
Do
trouble
you
is that
have
this
auto
camera-
adjust on your cameras? I see
Yeah,
it adjusting. Can we turn that off?
I will. The thing is, the shit about this camera is that when I turn the auto ISO off,
Yeah.
it just goes down to whatever 10 frames per second.
Oh, okay.
So what I will do tomorrow is I'll follow your adjustments for anything here, take the lights away. What I'll see if I can find, because these are all LED lights, I'll see if I can find some kind of white plastic, a frost effect.
Some diffusion.
And I will try to diffuse. I was trying something with paper. I have something from the
Yeah,
bakery here. It already worked a little bit. So tomorrow, if you can, we could call in
Yeah, we can call and
earlier,
get
as
it
early
like
as possible.
10 minutes pre-production. Would be great.
I was going to say, we're starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow,
All right,
right?
thanks, Gus.
At 7 to start.
Okay.
Additional.
So see you all tomorrow, my friends.
Hey,
All
thank
right,
you, Gus.
Gus,
Appreciate
good meeting you.
Good, man. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, so that's it. We'll wrap. So next part is just me doing. I'll read from the script from that. Is going to be. Don't forget to answer your questions for the audio card, for winning the audio card. We're going to leave it open for 10 minutes after the broadcast. Once that's finished, to check back on our Facebook page next week to see who the winner was. Hope it was one of
Winners, right? We're giving away
your,
3.
winners, excuse me.
Three,
See who
yeah.
the winners are. So don't forget to check back on that. Again, we want to thank you for joining us on this fine Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, or wherever you are. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to Gus at Dante at gus@dante.com or Audinator, whatever his email address is. Or you can always reach out to us at e2@barco.com, or you can get in touch with us at barco.com/PDS4K for your to meet up with your regional Barco sales rep, or you could just give any one of them a call, at any
Yeah,
time.
you got my cell, baby. It's on every bathroom wall in the country.
That's right. Next to that cutout. All right. Okay. That's it. We're out. Okay. We're done. Scrub the
right.
set. Yeah.
Scrub the set, right? When we do an actual demo, right, we're going to take that input and put it full screen, right? So we don't necessarily need to pip or go to that too wide look unless it's Q&A time where Gus is in his own pip. And,
Yeah.
So he's going to come in, and that's the only time you pull him up, and otherwise he's out of the frame.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But when he's talking, we don't need to be on program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had some producer notes. Miss Evie said that she very much likes this PIP scheme and not so much the side by side. So
Oh,
the
the one in the corner,
picture
the
in
man in the
picture
box.
rather than picture by picture.
Yeah, picture, yeah, that one. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a better look.
She likes that. When we do a close-up, is it possible to do even closer? No. Can we can't move that camera 2 feet closer?
We could, but
What does it affect if we do that? Let me ask you that way.
our wide shot.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, a wide
We have
shot,
to go in, I mean, like, so.
well, you've got a little bit of room, right?
yeah, that wide shot does not have
we
to
do.
be that
We
wide.
We can come in maybe a couple more feet.
I would love that. Let's try that.
Okay.
So if he pushed, yeah.
It's about the lighting too.
Well, so here's
Maybe.
a question though, before you move. So right now, looking at this picture in picture, if he pushes in, that's going to put John. I'm looking at the frame up, right? There's us
No, I
three
feel
guys
that.
here.
Yeah, but there's another camera.
There's another camera. It's got a wide shot. That's
Okay,
better.
okay. I just don't want to have,
Yeah.
clipping our vice president's head off. We got to play politics.
It does, and it's charging. So we're
Charging again. I just wanted to utilize it as much as we could during that,
Yeah.
just so I can kind of get used to,
Punching.
yeah,
Yeah.
punching and just seeing, yeah.
Are we going to be at the mercy of that battery tomorrow?
no. It'll charge up. We'll have it. We're not going to use it before. We're going to keep it charged all the way up till we go. We'll pull the power, and we'll have it. There won't be an issue.
Do we have another GoPro?
I have an old dusty GoPro, but it definitely does not match the quality.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well,
So
just thinking back in case it does go down.
maybe I could go buy another battery tonight. I'll just go buy another battery. Right?
And I've got an extra battery and another GoPro too.
No, he was talking about for that. Yeah, it's the A5100 battery. I'll go buy one. All right. Let me see if I can get my hands.
That
on
way
one.
we at least have a backup for the juice.
Agreed. Okay.
Cool. All right, so yeah, then go and push in, Bart.
Send it, buddy.
Okay, so if he does that,
It's funny. The camera's louder than the BDS.
Hella loud.
well, hey man, that's old
We
tech.
use the PDS and the full, yeah, so that's really.
Well, and keep in mind, John is
Yeah,
taller
so
than me.
I'm wide, as wide as I can get right now. So if we do this, we can get you all, but we can't. I mean, we can't get the PDS with you.
Can you do me a solid and push in?
Really,
Can you push in on one of us?
oh yeah, sure. So that's going to be. I mean, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's much better, actually.
You can actually get a singles at that point. You can get a true single shot.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Let me ask you a question, Bart. How difficult is it to lower that to eye level for us? Because right now you're looking down on us,
Yeah.
and
We can
That might actually help you pick up the PDS too, right? If
Maybe
we
a
drop
little.
it.
maybe a little. Evie said, give a rounded price in USD / EUR MSRP.
/ EU?
Yeah, so we want both.
Well, we need to know how much it is in euros then.
So if that's something she'd like, maybe she has access to the European price list, because I don't.
Evie, are you on the call with us? You can talk to me in the chat, or we can even connect with her if we wanted to. I mean, if we wanted to get really crazy with it, we could send her the link.
Oh, that's the team.
That's a little bit
chat.
better
Yeah.
shot.
She's talking. Okay, so she's with us. Okay, Evie, can I ask you for a favor? Did you catch the?
She said she'll look it up.
She says she's looking it up.
Yeah, well, actually, if you yeah. Then we pick John up. We lose a little bit of Vince's leg.
I'm okay with that.
And we're not encumbering that other shot, right? You're not in the shot of that camera.
Good question. Let me turn it on and we'll figure that out.
I think that'll
I think so. But
Okay.
yeah, let's take a look.
that'll frame up, and in theory, we could get a little closer to each other.
So the biggest challenge I'm having is the mics.
Okay, what's wrong with them?
Well, I don't have enough processing to gate each mic,
Sure.
so
You're having to ride it.
I was writing it. I recorded everything, so now we got to go back and listen to the recording and see,
We had one small producer note said that Scott and I talk like little girls, and we need to project more.
Yeah, I would
Sure.
agree with that.
Okay.
Projecting part.
Right. The projecting part. All right. So we have to project more.
Little
and-
girly man.
And I'm just a little bit, so you said John's
I'm gonna-
6'4"?
He's 6'4", but
No,
Well,
it's
let me
like
just-
6'7".
whatever.
You would think, man. I mean,
So if I just kind of put my ass up here like this,
Yeah, you're off the frame.
I don't think he's that tall.
I know, but I'm even like, if we're like right here, it's gonna look, weird.
Can I try with the blinds closed?
send it, buddy.
Yeah. If I'm in like this, we've got a couple of inches, but that's it.
That's, you got like, literally probably 2 inches. If you get more than
Get this
that,
man a
it's
book
gonna
to sit
be
on.
Really, and I don't have no wiggle room, right? I can't.
You're at the end.
I'm at the end of the lens,
Okay. Well, we can push back 3 inches, right? What do you think?
Well, but if we push back, we lose the. Oh, you pushing the. I was thinking. Never mind.
Well, we lose, I mean, like, the one shot is not super tight. The only other idea, and this I was playing around with it when we were doing so I have a focus assistant, right? So I was thinking like if we wanted to do like some PDS close-up, never mind, I'm just kind of thinking out of the box right now. I was thinking if I'm way back, I could do a focus assistant. Right?
Oh, and
And it pushes in. Yeah.
Reflecting so hard.
Yeah,
that's as close as you're going to get, though, right?
There it is. That's gone. Nope. There it is. You know what though? I'll be honest with you. I'm comfortable with that little bit of glare. That's the fucking worst that happens. I'm okay with that.
Got plenty of headroom there. That's your tight end.
Well, this I'm using a focus assistant right there, so it's zooming in on the sensor right there. I mean, it's just an option if we wanted that super tight.
Yeah, you could do it.
You could do it, and then I could be tighter.
You got any notes, Scott?
I mean, maybe it's just something. to
Yeah,
play
I
around
suck.
with here.
Why do you suck? Fuck off, dude.
'Cause
You're
I
doing
need
great.
I need to practice.
Yeah, well, I do
I
too,
don't know what
man.
the hell.
Do you see my fucking Bush League shit? We'll
We're not going to say anything that really will offend her.
I don't know.
If not, I'll get a call from HR. That's pretty typical. What I'm 60 days in.
Yeah.
That's about right.
I'm pretty good at offending people.
It's just a visual on my display, right? I'm not sending the
Yeah,
signal.
no, it doesn't come out.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would send the signal.
You have to turn that on.
Okay.
How does
Back-
it sound on her?
She said it sounds great. Chris's audio sounds the best, and Scott.
Because I have a face for radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got a deeper voice. You got a voice for radio.
You have a face for radio.
Yeah.
You got the deepest voice.
Yeah.
No matter what, the mics are picking up the whole room, each one of them. Because they're
You got bleed over, right?
omnidirectional. I can't gate each one of them because I only have a mono stand. So that's just what we're working with.
100% okay with that. Appreciate you.
I'm trying to think, and I wish I would have known. I've got 2 Mackie boards at home, and I'm just trying to think if my 12 channel has more gates on it.
Well, that's a 12 channel.
Yeah, there's no.
I have a digital one.
Oh, you did.
Oh, really?
Oh, then it should have gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No processing on this.
Well, it's half digital.
Okay. Check it out.
It's
I
still
love
old.
it.
It's old as
but we
fuck.
don't want to do that.
Okay.
We got the setup dialed. We're comfortable with the
I'm fine with
limitations.
that. I just trying to be helpful.
And I appreciate you, and I mean no disrespect.
Yep, all good. Do you know that, though, if we end up doing these rodeos again, is that ours or is that his? That
Oh,
Mackie?
That's
It's Metros.
a Metro Media.
So I've got a Mackie 12 and a Mackie 16,
Okay. So that's good to know. Okay.
and they're free for use.
Appreciate you.
Maybe a box of donuts.
That's the easy part. Yeah, well, you were going to get that anyway.
Damn.
Eye level, right, Bart? With us?
That's pretty close.
Okay.
Close as it's going to get.
At least to John. Let's go with John.
Yeah.
We'll all be peons. He'll be the one that.
Actually, I'm looking right at that lens, so, and probably the shortest one here.
John, we have plenty of headroom.
Oh, yeah.
PDS, and then our tight shot.
Yeah.
Maybe we just do dubs. We'll do 2-ups. We call for a 2-up shot.
It's fine.
When we push in for a close-up, we do a 2-up.
Yeah, that
Because
works.
then that gives us the, the play, right? Gives us a little bit of room.
Yeah.
What do you
that
think?
works.
Sorry.
Do a 2-up shot. Every time you go for a close-up, you just do a 2-up. A 2-person.
Oh, well, that's all I can.
That's all he's
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah,
anyways. All he's doing is just splitting the difference between us.
Agree. Yeah, I love that.
The only other thing we could do is if we want to do a single would be to open this up, and that because his lens isn't going to crop in anymore. We just,
Fully agree.
but
Fully agree.
I think we're getting too Spielberg on this.
Also agree.
Let's.
Question on Phoenix. There's shortcuts in the shortcut tab.
Okay.
Can they be deleted?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And we're hardwired in. And tomorrow. Sound check 1, 2.